Welcome to LC Yoga. My name is Laura, and today's practice is an offering. And that means that we're going to envision a person or people who are close to us, who need our support or our help, or just someone we love, or even someone who's not with us anymore. And we're going to dedicate our practice to them. And in so doing, that just sort of harvests that kindness and compassion that lives within. And that's our intention for today. So if you're ready, get on your mat and we'll get started. We'll begin today in seated. So find a comfortable seat in a nice cross-legged position, maybe half lotus. Maybe sit up on something, a little cushion or a shirt, a pillow, something that's relatively low, but it'll just help you tilt the pelvis forward as we begin practice today in a seated meditation. So find the leg position that feels good. Snuggle in, get comfortable. The pelvis is tilted forward, and that just helps the spine stay long. And let the backs of the hands rest on the knees. Close the eyes. Today's practice is all about an offering. So go ahead and take your right hand and place it on your heart. Take your other hand and rest it on your belly. Let the belly go. So that little corset that we keep around our belly every day, let that go. You don't need that here. As you breathe, just let the belly move the hand in and out. Now, as today's practice is an offering, what that means is we're going to dedicate it to someone we love or wish well. Maybe someone who needs our support right now, or maybe someone who you care about deeply, but who isn't here anymore. So start to think, who is that person for you today? And as you deepen the breath, notice the hands moving in and out with the chest and the belly. And visualize that person in your mind. And then hold them in your heart. And breathe into that. Shoulders are broad. Crown of the head reaching up toward the sky, away from the sit bones. Let the breath fill the back as much as the front. Let it move the ribs side to side. So you're breathing in all directions. Maybe making a sound as you exhale, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out the mouth. Smooth, even breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. going to do a few breaths in two-part breathing. So as you inhale, let the belly inflate. Breathe into the belly and then into the chest. And as you exhale, let the chest deflate first, then the belly. Inhaling into the belly and the chest. Exhaling chest and belly. Go slow. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now release the breath and breathe normally. Let the hands float down to the knees, palms up. Now that you've made your dedication, we'll begin to move. So bring the hands in prayer in front of the heart, bow the head, bring the four fingers to the third eye. And lift your gaze as the eyes open, and we'll get started. So go ahead and remove the cushion if you have one. Turn toward the front of your mat if you're not already, and come on to all fours. Take a deep inhale, lift the crown of the head and the tailbone. And as you exhale, round the spine. Cat-cow. Inhaling, look up. And exhaling, round. One more time. Inhale, stretch the front body. Exhaling, round. Now step the right foot forward into a lunge. So you're in a low lunge. Place the hands on the thigh and come on up. Place your left hand on top of the heart and then your right hand on top of that. So stack the palms. Now you can do this with the eyes open or closed. In the back foot, you can have it, the toes curled under or lay the foot flat, your choice. As you take a deep breath in, lift the heart. And as you exhale, start to extend the arms out in front of you and then wide. As you inhale, curl the fingers in toward the shoulders. And exhale, push the hands forward and start to lean into the lunge. Flip the palms and inhale, reach up high. And as you exhale, bring them back to the heart, stack the palms. Let's do that again. Inhale, arch back just a little. Exhaling, offering forward and out to the sides. Inhale, curl the fingertips in. And exhale, push forward, lean into the lunge. Flip the palms, inhale, sweep the arms up high. And exhaling, come on back to center. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhaling, offer it forward and out to the sides. Inhale, curling in. Exhaling, push it away. Inhaling, reach it up. And exhale back to center. Close the eyes if they're not already, just for a moment. And let the hands come down to frame the front foot. Step the right knee back to meet the left. Maybe spreading the knees a little wider so that you can sit back into a child's pose. Rest the forehead on the earth. Relax the arms. And breathe into the back body. Deep breaths. And just listen to it echo back from the mat. Now on your next inhale, we're going to ripple into a cobra. So let the hips come up and bring the chest forward. Lower the hips as the chest comes up. Cobra pose. And as you exhale, pull it back into a child's pose. Inhale, do that again. Come on forward. And exhale, pull it back. One more time, come on forward. And look up. And exhale, pull it back. Now come back to all fours and step the left foot forward this time. Bring the hands to the thighs. And place the right hand on the heart and the left hand over top of that. As you inhale, look up, arch back a little. Exhaling, the hands forward and out to the sides. Inhale, curl it in, fingertips to shoulders. And then exhale, push it out front, lean into the lunge. Flip the palms, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, offer it forward and out to the sides. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, push it out. Inhaling, reach high. And exhale, back to center. Last time like this, inhale, look up. Exhale, reach it out in front. Out to the sides, inhaling. Exhaling. Deep breath in, reach up. And as you exhale, come back to center. Close the eyes if they're not already. And let the hands come to on either side of the foot. Step the knee back and bring it back to a child's pose. Now this time, come on forward into that cobra, but we're going to tent the fingertips to either side. Press all 10 toes into the earth and start to lift the chest. Breathe into the cobra. Hips are pressing into the floor. Come up to your own degree, just as much as it feels good in your spine. Deep breath in. Exhaling, bring it back down. Plant the hands, curl the toes under, and come into a downward dog. On your downward dog, as you're breathing, begin to straighten one leg, bending the other. And do that with breath. And let the legs become still. Knees can be bent. And walk the feet back just a little so the heels are up. And we're coming into Anahatasana, or heart chakra pose, in downward dog. So that means pressing the chest through the shoulders. So the torso is kind of like a ski jump. And forehead's coming close to the floor. grip the mat with your finger pads as you stretch the shoulders. You can also do this with the knees on the floor if that's too much. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and bring the knees to the floor. Sit back on the heels. Bring the backs of the hands to the thighs and close the eyes. And come back to your dedication. And visualize the person you are dedicating your practice to or are missing today, or someone who needs your support. Doing yoga is sort of like on the airplane when they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before helping someone else. And that's what we're doing. As we restore ourselves, we're better able to be there for others. And open the eyes. And this time, come on forward onto all fours. Step the right foot forward into a lunge. And come on up, hands to thighs. Inhale, sweep the arms wide and up. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, let the right hand come down by the side. Inhale, reach higher with the left and start to bend toward the right, so side bending in the lunge. Fingertips can be off or on the ground. And on your next inhale, bring both hands up high and drop the left down by the left hip. Inhale, reach it up higher. And exhale, bend over toward the left. Inhale, both hands up. Bring them down, frame the front foot, and step it back into a child's pose. And come on back to all fours. Step the left foot forward into a lunge. And come on up. Inhaling, reach those arms up high. Exhaling the left hand down first this time. Inhale, reach higher with the right. And exhaling, bend to the left. Inhale, both hands up. Exhaling, lower the right. Inhale, get long. And exhaling over to the right. Inhale, bring both hands up, arch if you want. And exhale, pull it down and step back into a child's pose. Come back to your breath. And come on up to sit on the heels again. Now this time you can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. We're going to side bend here. So you can choose, you can stay sitting right up on the heels, or you can shift the hips over off center to the left so that your feet are over by your right hip. And as you take a deep breath in, reach the left arm up, right arm over toward the right, and start to side bend toward the right, but you're turning to the left and up. And breathe into the side waist there. One of my favorite stretches. Deep into the side waist. Last breath in. As you exhale, you can bring that hand down. Let's just switch sides. So shift the hips over to the right. And again, you can still be sitting up in the middle if that feels better. Reach the left hand out, right arm up. And lower down. Let's come back to the center and bring the legs through into a Baddha Konasana. So bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. And take your hands to your knees and start to press them down, just gently, keeping the spine long. Now you can stay there or bring the hands behind and start to fold forward or reach the hands out in front. But whatever you do, let the hips scoot out behind you so you can keep your spine long. Each breath will bring you deeper into the pose. No need to force. Just letting the opening happen. Compassion and kindness begins with ourselves. And you know as well as I do, we are our own worst critics. So be kinder to yourself and only do what is sustainable. And that's true in yoga and in life. Challenge without pain. And come on up to sit. Let's do a Janu Shursasana. So that means right leg out, left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Start with a bent leg. And again, you can use the hand behind to tilt forward. But either way, scoot the hip back and away from the foot as you come forward. Again, keeping the spine long. Find your hand position on the outside of the foot or just framing the leg. Breathe into the underside of the leg. And again, each breath brings you further into the pose. And here we're mining for the top of the head going toward the toes, not the nose toward the shin. So get long. And that's where the good stretch is. And come on up to sit. Now we're going to add a bit of a twist here. So you can keep the foot where it is. If you're challenged with your knee, leave it exactly where it is. If you have half lotus in your practice, you can turn the top of the foot to the upper thigh. But either way, wherever the foot is, we're going to twist toward the left. So plant the left hand back behind you like a post. Right hand, left knee, get tall and start to twist toward the left. And we're twisting from the belly button, not from the shoulders. Inhaling, get long. Exhaling and twist. And come on back to the front and let's switch sides. So this time the right foot is on the inside of the thigh. Inhaling, get long, starting with a bent knee, and then exhaling, pull the hip back. And begin to bow forward, getting humble. And on your next inhale, come on up to sit, and we're going to add that twist. So keep the foot where it is and start to twist toward the right as you press the left hand into the right knee with the right hand behind. Or you can do the half lotus version. Inhaling, get long. Exhaling, twist from the belly button. And come on back to center. Bring both legs out in front. Take a deep breath in as you bend the knees and scoot the hips back. And Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Here you can have the hands on the feet, the shins, or the ground. But again, it's the top of the head that's working toward the toes. So I just think of my legs like skis here in a jump. Deep breaths into the back of the legs. No pinching or rounding in the back. And as you inhale, come on up to sit. Place the hands next to the hips and get tall. Staff pose. Feet are flexed. Crown reaching away from sit bones. Engaging the core. And release. Slide down on our backs and bring your knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze. And let the left leg go long out in front of you and keep the right knee in toward the chest. And stay right there if that feels good. Otherwise, we're going to twist to the left. So start to bring that knee across the body and reach over to the right with your right arm. Shoulders are on the ground. And pull your right knee over to the left. If this doesn't feel good on the back, you want to bring both knees up and stack them. Otherwise, hang out there, breathe into the outer hip and side waist. And on your next inhale, come on back to center. This time, right leg out in front and bring the left knee in. And hang out there if that's enough. Otherwise, bring it on over to the right and reach the left arm over to the left. Keep both shoulders on the ground by pressing your right into the earth, and that'll help keep the left on the ground. The knees are floating, you might want to put something underneath. That feels better. next inhale, come on back to center. Bring the knees in just for a squeeze and let them extend long out in front of you, about the width of the mat, and let the feet flop open. Hands flop open to the sides. Snuggle the shoulders in, get comfortable, and close the eyes. Shavasana. Deep breath in through the nose, and then let it out through the mouth. Before we get deep into Shavasana, which you can just hang out there, we're going to do that two-part breathing again. So bring one hand to the heart and one to the belly. And as you inhale, let the belly rise, and then the chest. Exhaling, the chest falls first, then the belly. Inhale again, belly and chest. Exhaling, chest and belly. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Let the breath be what it wants to be, but leave the hands where they are. Scan the body, relax the muscles down. Offer them to the earth. Now you can leave the hands where they are or let them fall to the sides, palms up. Now you can stay here as long as you like, but when you're ready, start to bend one knee and place the foot on the floor, and then the other. Bring the hands to the thighs. Draw the knees into the chest, a little squeeze, and then roll on up to sit. Find a comfortable cross-legged position again. Maybe sit up on a cushion. Let the spine get long, close the eyes, and bring the hands back over the heart, palms stacked. And as we close practice today, we'll come back to the dedication we made in the beginning. So hopefully you've had that person in your mind throughout the practice, and picture them now. And as you go out into your day, lead with that. Lead with your heart. And make everyday tasks an offering. Dedicate them to someone you love. Namaste. And aloha.